Russia's Engels II airbase in Saratov Oblast was successfully hit by Ukrainian drones overnight. The news comes after Governor Roman Busargin reported the heaviest drone strike against Saratov Oblast throughout the entire full-scale war. A fire, explosions, and secondary detonations of ammunition were recorded at the airbase following the attack carried out by the SBU and the Special Operations Forces. The Engels II military airbase hosts strategic bomber planes regularly used for aerial strikes on Ukraine. The independent news channel Astra reported explosions near the airbase. According to Busargin, residents living near the airfield are being evacuated. The General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces also reported on the attack. This military facility is used by Russian aviation to launch missile strikes on the territory of Ukraine and terrorist attacks against the civilian population, the statement read. Multiple missiles, including Kh-101 cruise missiles, have been destroyed in the attack, said Andriy Kovalenko, an official at Ukraine's National Security and Defense Council. Residents reported an air raid alert, followed by a series of explosions in Saratov and Engels, according to Russian telegram channels. At least 4 blasts could be heard at around 4 a.m. local time, according to MASH. Russian air defenses were ineffective and launched missiles toward civilian buildings and infrastructure in Engels and Saratov, according to the SBU source. The Shot telegram channel wrote that a fire also erupted in the area of a local oil depot in Engels. Russian officials have not commented on possible damage to oil infrastructure. 2 civilians were injured in Engels, authorities said. Around 30 houses were impacted in the city, and windows of a local hospital, 2 kindergartens, and a school were damaged, Busargin claimed. A state of emergency was announced in the Engels district in response to the drone attack, and temporary flight restrictions were imposed at the Saratov and Samara airports. Saratov and Engels lie across from each other on the western and eastern banks of the Volga River, respectively. Russian air defenses shot down 132 Ukrainian drones overnight, including 54 over Saratov Oblast, 40 over Voronezh Oblast, 22 over Belgorod Oblast, and others over the Rostov, Kursk, and Lipetsk Oblasts, as well as over occupied Crimea, the Russian Defense Ministry claimed. Located in the Saratov Oblast, over 450 kilometers from the Ukrainian border, Engels Air Base, also known as Engels II, is home to the 184th Heavy Bomber Aviation Regiment and 121st Guards Heavy Bomber Aviation Regiment. It was built in 1952 and has been in service since 1954. Engels is home to 3 types of Russian strategic bombers: the Tupolev Tu-95, the Tupolev Tu-22, and the Tupolev Tu-160, all regularly used to launch missiles at Ukrainian cities. The Tu-95 is the older of the 3 aircraft, a Soviet-era plane that made its first flight in 1952. It was originally used to carry nuclear bombs but has since evolved to launch cruise missiles. Each aircraft can carry 16 cruise missiles, either the K-55/K-555 or the newer K-101 and K-102 air-launched cruise missiles. It features turboprop propellers rather than jet engines, as during the Cold War, their increased efficiency allowed it to fly all the way to the United States without refueling. The Tu-22 carries the Kh-22 missiles, which pose a particular problem for Ukraine. It is supersonic and travels at around 4,000 kilometers per hour. Currently, it can only be shot down with the US-made Patriot air defense system and potentially the SAMPT, a joint Italian-French system. The Tu-160 is Russia's more modern strategic bomber, entering service in 1987. To this day, it remains the largest operational bomber in the world. It can carry a total of 12 Kh-55 missiles and up to 24 K-15s. Engels has been targeted a number of times since the launch of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the first of which occurred on December 5, 2022, when a Ukrainian drone strike reportedly damaged 2 Tu-95s. At the time, the British Ministry of Defense said it was some of the most strategically significant failures of force protection since Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Drones attempted to strike the base 2 more times that month, but did not cause significant damage, though Russia did appear to move some of its aircraft to other bases in response to the threat. Before the latest attack, Engels was most recently targeted in January when a drone attack set fire to an ammunition depot on the airfield's territory. It will help reveal Putin's possible bluff. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni insists on extending Article 5 of the NATO treaty to Ukraine.
I have held a position that seems to be clear, both on the proposals that some of our colleagues are pushing forward, in my opinion, frankly, few and ineffective, and on the proposals that Italy is advancing, such as extending Article 5 or let's say, structure that mirrors Article 5 of NATO for Ukraine as well. It seems to me a simpler, more effective proposal than the others that have been proposed. Also because, let's say, it would help to reveal a bluff. If Russia does not intend to invade its neighbors again, it is unclear why it would not accept security guarantees that are defensive. And I think this proposal, which has understandably garnered the interest of Ukraine, of NATO, and of several leaders, should be brought to the table. But the issue of Russian-Ukrainian peace hinges on security guarantees, and that is why I believe that the Italian position cannot and must not simply be that of mindlessly follow proposals made by others just like that, simply because we have to decide which side to be on. I'll return to this quest because I have a different interpretation. I think that our role as a great Western and European nation should be to participate with our proposals. Because at this moment, everyone who has the courage to make proposals is doing something of useful on defense. Colleague Cafagno again.
U.S. President Donald Trump promised Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to collaborate on finding additional Patriot air defense systems for Ukraine. This was reported by the White House following a conversation between the U.S. and Ukrainian presidents, as reported by European Pravda. According to the White House during the phone call, the leaders agreed that Ukraine and America will continue to work together to achieve a real end to the war, and that under Trump's leadership, a lasting peace can be achieved. It was also noted that Zelensky requested additional air defense systems to protect civilians, specifically asking for Patriot systems. President Trump agreed to cooperate with him to locate available systems, particularly in Europe, the White House stated, according to the European Pravda.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.